gentlemen, it is. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Richard Holiday, and you are watching Chop City Wrestling.
Hey, this is the Master of the Worm, Scotty Buddy. We're here in Herman, Maine, with Ryan at Chop City Wrestling. Keep watching, because this guy is too cool.
What is up, Chop City Wrestling? Had such a good time doing SmackDown with you guys. I decided, fuck it, why not? Let's go ahead and let's do AEW Rampage as well. Only an hour show here, so should be a good amount of in-ring action, hopefully. And you know, it should be fun. I will be at AEW next weekend next week for Blood and Guts. So make sure that you check the channel out for that as well. But yeah, we had like 5 or 6 live people on at the end of SmackDown. So I do hope that some of those people jump on to this stream now and you know, are interested in watching this as well. You know, we'll kind of do it as a trial, see if enough people are interested. This is my first time doing Rampage for AEW, so if there's some interest, I don't mind doing it. But you know, we'll kind of play it by ear and see what happens moving forward. Well, one thing I've learned already, clearly Rampage loves picture-in-picture like Dynamite does. I don't mean to hate on AEW, and I'm sure I will love it when I'm live, that they're actually doing some moves and stuff of that nature in the ring during commercials. If you've ever been to a WWE show, you know when they're in a commercial break, they're not really doing much in the ring. There's not much action going on. So I'm sure I will love it being at an AEW show and actually having some in-ring action going on during the commercial break. But as a viewer on TV and as someone that is trying to do a watch-along for these guys and push their product, it makes it very, very hard to do this because I can barely see what they're doing. You know, even on a bigger TV, I've watched this on a 70-inch TV before, and it's still tiny. So it definitely makes it a lot harder to really get behind it. What do you guys think, though? Do you like picture-in-picture as a viewer on TV, or would you rather just have the commercials and then go back to the ring? But at least here, it was only a 90-second commercial break. We're in a tag team match. We got Dusty Rhodes in the ring here. Looks like he's teaming with Keith Lee. I would personally, I'd love to see Dusty Rhodes have one more run in the WWE with his brother before he retires. There's, you know, he's saying he's more than likely going to retire in the next year. I'd love to see him have one more run Keith Lee's begging for the tag from Dusty. Dusty is crawling towards Keith Lee. This is actually believable, seeing how old he is. And he gets the tag into Keith Lee. Keith Lee looked very strong in his last match that I saw, so I hope they do continue to build that with him and let him keep up that. Running back and forth, corner to corner, clothesline for clothesline. Another one. And now he just tosses the guy across the ring. Dusty says, "Yeah, toss me, buddy." And now he tosses Dusty across the ring into the other tag team. We got a double DDT on Keith Lee. And no, I didn't just try to rhyme that. It just happened that way. 2. Broken up by Dusty Rhodes. And we got a 3 count. Keith Lee and Dusty Rhodes win. We got QTV here. All right, we got Taya coming down to the ring. that didn't take too long. All right, now we got the Outcast coming down to the ring. We got Tony Storm and Paige, or Sahara. Tony Storm congratulates her on a win, but then continues to talk trash to her. Calls her a loser. Looks like Taya is going to maybe challenge Tony Storm to a match. Taya challenges Tony Storm tomorrow night. Battle of the Belts. First time ever AEW Championship. And Tony Storm accepts. She says she's going to embarrass Valkyrie in front of all of her family, all her friends, her entire country. And we are in a commercial break again.
BRB and smile. This is what you want for your family portrait? Good point. We bundled the book with our home and auto first. Hey, team, get out in here. Team? Oh. Fun. Now everyone say 24/7 financial protection with Progressive. 24/7 financial protection with Progressive. Okay, let's get some singles in your bike.
Thank you for whoever's joined on. Feel free to drop a comment in the chat.
Anthony Pinkney right here, Dark Chic, GCW, Connor's Cure. We doing it big. Let's get it. Woo!
Yeah, we were a little gone at that point. Them vodka Kool-Aids were hidden. They were hidden.
Ready? Oh shit! This I'm good. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. That works. That works.
Alley catch. All right, we got the best friends coming out, Trent and Chuck. Now we got the Murder Hawk, Lance Archer. Man, Lance Archer, just another one of those. They don't book big men well in AEW, unfortunately, because he's someone that, he could get a good middle card run, I think, maybe even a heavyweight run, and this entire time AEW has been around, that's been one of my gripes with them, is that they just don't book big men well, unfortunately. Thank you for jumping on, Nikki. I kind of did AEW tonight out on the whim. I know you weren't able to make SmackDown because you had some prior arrangements. Hope those went well. But doing AEW here, it's only on for another like 35 minutes, just kind of as a test to see if it draws any views or anything like that. But next week, I will be at AEW. I'll be at Dynamite in Boston, and then I fly out to Iowa the next day. Gonna meet some wrestlers there. Devon's gonna be there, JBL, a bunch of older wrestlers and stuff of that nature. So a lot of live content next weekend, so make sure you check that out on the channel. All right, we got the best friends just flew over the top rope into Lance Archer. Jake the Snake. Oh, punches him. And with the clothesline. And we are in once again picture in picture. Understandable. Yeah, no, next week is going to be busy for sure for me as well. But it should be a good week and good for the channel. There's a lot of good things coming up, hopefully. I'm in talks with a couple people actually about potentially setting up some interviews to some wrestlers to talk and stuff of that nature on the channel. So I'm hoping that kind of pulls through, and then we have that thing with NXT potentially coming up. So things are definitely looking up for the channel. We have a couple new T-shirts as well that are going to be coming out very soon. We have a new logo. Me and Anthony and stuff of that nature. Actually, while we're in picture here, I'll drop the intro. That way you can see the new logo. It's the first picture that pops up.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Richard Holiday, and you are watching Chop City Wrestling.
Hey, this is the Master of the Worm, Scott Buddy. We're here in Herman, Maine with Ryan at Chop City Wrestling. Keep watching because this guy is too cool.
Picture right there is our new logo. That's supposed to be me and Anthony. not the greatest renditions of us, but we're hoping to get that on some T-shirts soon. A couple other T-shirts we have coming out as well relatively soon. So yeah, a lot of big things are happening for the channel there. It's definitely going to be a kind of crazy next couple months for sure. Hello to all the live viewers. Looks like we got 3 now, so thank you for jumping on to the stream. Welcome, Eric Douglas. I don't recognize your name, so thank you for joining. Is this your first time on the channel? Or just your first time in the chat? As far as Hater, I don't think she'll be back in time for All In, unfortunately, personally. But it definitely would be, good. Hater's one of those, like, I don't love her, I don't hate her personally. I don't think Toni Storm is doing a great job with the championship. So I could definitely see her losing it, but I don't necessarily know if Hater is the right one either. We got Lance Archer going for the pile driver here. Actually, pile driver on Lance Archer, my bad. For the 2 count. Kick out. Oh, well, thank you for coming on to the channel. I am Chop City Wrestling. My partner, Anthony, does jump on from time to time. But yeah, thank you for joining, and please do hit that subscribe button if you like what you see. We're a channel that takes chops from wrestlers and in return donates $20 to pediatric cancer relief for every chop that we take. So please, even if you don't like what you're seeing, hit the subscribe button just for the cause, because once we do hit monetization, 25% of all the funds that this channel makes will also be going towards Connor's Cure, pediatric cancer relief. So just that simple, hitting that subscribe button, hitting that like button can go a long way. Roll up pin on Lance Archer, kicks out at 2. They're giving these two a pretty good amount of runtime here. I'm a little bit surprised. All right, best friends on the top rope. Lance Archer picks him up. And clothesline. And Lance Archer gets the 3 count. That is true. That is true. It is her hometown. I definitely... Her run has been very, very lackluster, which disappoints me because I was a huge Paige fan in the WWE. She actually was the first wrestler I ever met. True story. WrestleMania in San Jose. She was on my bucket list, my number one that I wanted to meet. And as I was getting off the plane, I had just landed in San Jose. As I was getting off the plane, I'm talking to my grandmother on the phone, who unfortunately has passed away. But this is just one of those amazing memories that I have. And so I'm talking to her on the phone, and who do I see literally standing right in front of me? She was waiting for her mom. It is Paige. So I got to get my picture with Paige and got to meet Paige literally within 30 seconds of landing for my first ever WrestleMania. It was amazing moments I'll remember for the rest of my life. Super sweet girl. And I could definitely see her turning more heel. It would definitely make her run a little more interesting. Who would I? See, the thing with AEW is I just feel like their women's division is very lackluster. So honestly, I don't know who I would have win it. I think I'd like Paige or Sierra, but I mean, end of the day, I think it'll probably be someone like Britt Baker again, or we could maybe even see Ruby Soho turn even more heel and maybe her win it. Something of that nature. Taya could maybe have a run of it. I feel that their women's division is just so lackluster. That's always been one of their downfalls is their women's division. Just they don't book them very well. Even you look at that run Jade had, an amazing run, and they just never really booked her well. So really, no one overly interests me much when it comes to winning it. Maybe Willow, actually. Now that I think about it, Willow, I think, would be a nice run. From what I heard, Jade does not want to wrestle anymore. I don't know how true that is. That could just be a swerve. But I've heard that she really doesn't want to wrestle anymore. As far as Thunder Rosa, I know she's not very well liked in the locker room, so I'm not quite sure about her. Hater I could see, but then you're just basically doing what you did before, and honestly, her run wasn't that amazing. So if you put it back on her, you're basically just, admitting that the only reason Toni Storm won the title in the first place is that Hayter was hurt. So I don't know. I kind of think that it should be someone that maybe hasn't had a run yet to see how they can do with it, to see if they can elevate the women's division. We got Don Callis talking in the ring, talking smack about Kenny Omega. Don tells Takeshita to kill him. Takeshita running boot in the corner. Clothesline. Now he's just raining down punches as he gets on top of him. Yeah, I mean, why not? Why not give Willow that chance? Why not give Sky Blue that chance? I don't really think Sky Blue, I don't think she's fully ready yet. But Willow, I think if you gave her the chance, she could maybe run with it. She's done some great stuff on the indies. She's done pretty good as the New Japan women's champion, I believe it was, or the Ring of Honor champion. So, give them the ball and let them run with it. See what they can do. Because, That's how you made big names in the WWE with NXT. No one was thinking of Sasha Banks or Bayley or anything like that when they started having those great runs. They gave them the ball, they gave them the chance, and they ran with it, and they made magic. If you don't give these other wrestlers the opportunity, it's just going to get stale again, and they're never going to jump to the next level. You have to give them the opportunity to at least try to make it to the next level, because the wrestlers that have already had the title have already proven that they don't do much with it. So give someone new an opportunity and see if they can run with it. Worst that happens is it's exactly what it was before, and then you can always go back to a Britt Baker or someone like that. Standing pile driver. Kesha goes to the top rope. Hits a senton for the 3 count. I don't know about that. I don't think he's one of the ones that they would push, honestly. At least not for a title run. I think he's more mid-card type. Yeah, I mean, to a point. Towards the end, you did, well, not end, but you did have people like Adam Cole, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, people of that nature, Nakamura for a little bit. So I'd say at the very beginning, yes, but as it did start to get bigger, you did see a lot of well-known indie wrestlers start to sign there. The issue was once they actually got to the main roster, a lot of those wrestlers they just didn't do much with. You look at take, Sami Zayn till recently, they didn't do much with. Bobby Roode didn't do much with. Nakamura, even really outside of his little title run, didn't do much with. So that was the main issue, is a lot of the people, once they got to the main roster, they just didn't do much with them. They tried, yeah. It didn't really go over well, and then after that, they didn't do much. But most of the other ones, they just didn't really do much with at all, unfortunately. Right, exactly. Like Beercat Lee. He was very, very over in NXT, and even when he first came up to WWE, it seemed like they were going to push him a good amount, and then they just did nothing with him. I've actually been very disappointed with how AEW has booked him as well, because they just have not done much with him either. I'm very excited about that Blood and Guts match, though. I will be there live. I will be filming live content for the channel. So make sure you guys check that out. I'm hoping that it will be a good match. We also got the FTW Championship match. So that's a show I'm really looking forward to. All right, looks like we got what I'd assume is the main event here. We got Athena coming down to the ring. Ring of Honor Women's Champion. Speaking about NXT, another one right here, Athena. Ember Moon was huge on NXT. They gave her that little push, and then got to the main roster and just nothing at all. I don't know what it is exactly about that. They can get over in NXT, but then once they get to the main roster, it just doesn't seem to correlate. You'd think it would, because it's the same type of crowd, just bigger. But it seems like, once they get to the main roster, they just don't know what to do with them. All right, they got Willow coming down to the ring now, so we got Willow versus Athena. Willow's been on a good run here of late, winning 5 out of her last 6 matches. They've been giving her a pretty good push. Bell rings. We got Athena and Willow circling. Athena circles around to the back, goes to pick up Willow. Can't do it. Willow goes to pick up Athena. Kind of throws her to the side, doesn't really get her over. Standing shoulder bump. Athena jumps over her. Athena playing a heel here. I don't really believe her much as a heel, honestly, but Both women roll out to the ring. Athena rolls back into the ring. So does Willow. Willow rolls out of the way. Athena catches Willow's leg into the second rope. Yeah, I mean, she was outspoken, and I don't think they liked that. But I can't blame her because, they did want basically Mandy Rose. I mean, look at their women's champion now. It's basically a Mandy Rose copycat, just without the OnlyFans. So I definitely do understand that. But Mandy Rose is one that I'm surprised hasn't come back yet, honestly. I thought she was going to be gone for a little while, and then they would kind of brush past, and that just has not been the case. I mean, she's still, super over with the fans. I was just seeing today, someone had posted on my Facebook that some of her ring-worn gear, it's going for like $30,000 on eBay. So she's still super over with the fans. Picture in the main event. Why AEW? Why? This is one of the things that just bugs the hell out of me about AEW. It's the picture in picture. Especially in the main events or the big matches. You just don't do this. And they always do it. I didn't know that, but I mean, it makes sense. That moonsault she does is just honestly maybe the best moonsault I've ever seen. So it definitely makes sense that she would be an Olympic gymnast. Let's see if I can confirm if she did or not. Let's see. So doesn't look like she ever won an Olympic medal. She did a couple events, not like actual Olympic events, but I mean, trained by Ken Anderson, Greg Gagne. She's been trained by some of the greats, so it makes sense. Oh, I know, it's terrible. It's literally it makes it hard to even call what's going on because it's just, and during your main event, like all your big matches, which they always do, it's terrible. You don't do it. It's one of my biggest gripes, if not my biggest gripe with AEW. Willow hits Athena with a pounce, kind of like a shoulder block. Clothesline. Another clothesline. Sloppy clothesline, but a clothesline nevertheless. Athena in the corner. Throws her over to the rope. Picks her up. Spine buster. 1, 2. And Athena kicks out of 2. Looks like Willow kind of messed up her knee there a little bit. She's limping on it. Willow goes to pick up Athena. Can't do it. Athena working on that knee now, smartly. Roll up in. 1, 2. Athena with the face plant. Running elbow. 1, 2. Kick out of 2. Both women look very tired. This is to determine who faces Ruby Soho next week. Willow with the chop. Athena with a chop. Willow with another chop. Both women stand up now. Just throwing the chops back and forth. Athena 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Goes for the 12th. Misses. Willow hits the body slam. Misses the senton. Athena with the standing moonsault. 1, 2. Kick out. That's right, it is tomorrow. They have so many shows going on in this next week. It's hard to keep track of what is on what. I think just this week alone, they have like 4 shows, and then they're booking matches for like the 3 shows next week already, and can't keep track of it. They got way too many fucking shows. Death Valley Driver by Willow. 1, 2. Kick out at 2 3/4. The straps are coming down for Willow. She's getting pumped up in the corner. Oh, Athena goes with the spear right to the knee. Oh, that was sloppy. Willow gets the win, but sloppily. Just didn't look great, but I am excited that Willow did get that win. I think that will make for a good match, and I think it shows that they could be pushing her, just because I don't really feel like they want to push Ruby much to win the title. I know it's not for the title, but you'd think if you win the women's Owen Hart, that potentially you could get a title shot or something like that. So I'm excited to see Willow win. I think that's a good choice. either of these women would have been a good choice, honestly. But I think this could be a good run for her. So yeah, that is AEW Rampage, guys. I hope you did enjoy the watch along. It's a pretty quick show, hour long. Nothing amazing, but not a bad show for an hour long show. If you did like the show, or even if you didn't like this watch along, like I said, please still do hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, because it all goes to a good cause. So even if you decide never to watch another one of my streams again, just hitting that subscribe button and that like button is still going to help out a great cause, which is Connor's Cure for Pediatric Cancer Relief. As far as tomorrow, I do work tomorrow. However, I may be able to make it on in time for Battle of the Belts. I can't guarantee it. So, certainly if you are interested in watching that watch along, if I can do one, hit that notification bell. That way you are notified as soon as it does go live. If it does go live, I work as a server at a restaurant, so my schedule is kind of hit or miss. So it really just depends on how busy it is, if I'll be able to get out in time or not. But if I do get out in time, I definitely will do one for you guys. As far as next week, like I said, I'll be at AEW Dynamite, Blood and Guts, so check out the live stuff from that I'll be posting, as well as I'll be going to a couple other shows next week, so make sure to check the channel for that live content, chops, matches, so on and so forth. And yeah, that's pretty much my schedule so far for this next week. I believe more than likely I won't be able to do Monday Night Raw, but if I can, I will. So yeah, thank you guys for coming on. I hope you enjoyed. And I hope to see you guys in the future as far as other shows. And I'll send it off with our intro / I guess, outro at this point.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Richard Holiday, and you are watching Shop City Wrestling.
Hey, this is the Master of the Worm, Scotty Buddy. We're here in Herman, Maine, with Ryan at Chop City Wrestling. Keep watching, because this guy is too cool.
Thank you guys, and have a good night.